This is the second assignment of Group 3. The CSR report is the short term of Corporate Social Responsibility report. Corporate social responsibility is the responsibility that a company burdens towards the community and environment. There are two theories in the attempts of a company's CSR reports, which are stakeholder theory and legitimacy theory, respectively. In this report, we have studied 4 targeted companies based on the stakeholder theory. The stakeholder theory contains 2 major parts: the ethical branch perspective and the managerial branch perspective. The ethical perspective of stakeholder theory argues that all stakeholders have the right to be treated fairly by an organization, and that issues of stakeholder power are not directly relevant. In ethical branch, all stakeholders share the same minimum rights, and it is responsibility-driven rather than demand-driven. While the managerial branch defines the stakeholder by organization of concern, differentiate the stakeholders into groups, and manage their interests in order to survive. I'll start with talking about West Farmers Limited. We have studied the sustainability report as well as the same briefed in the annual report of year 2014. West Farmers Limited disclosed its shareholder in the 2014 annual report, while in the West Farmers Sustainability Report 2014, it defines the stakeholders into groups, into customers, shareholders, government, community, and so on. It considers the interests of a wide cross-section of stakeholders in a variety of ways, determined by the actual or potential impact of their business on their interests. From above analysis, we can tell that West Farmers Limited follows the managerial branch of stakeholder theory. The sustainability report also highlighted the recent requirement needs and how companies are coping with the same. This report has also been independently audited by external auditor. To conclude, we can think that West Farmers Limited adopts the managerial branch of stakeholder theory, and the sustainability report of 2014 is sufficient to address the real needs and interests of different groups of stakeholders.
Now, I'm going to talk about Rio Tinto Company and its corporate social responsibility. Rio Tinto is a mining company which is required to maintain a financial sustainability with the cooperation of local government. There has been an investment of over $10 million for social community recreation and support of sports in several regions of the country, Australia. It has made partnerships with some non-profit organizations as well as some Aboriginal corporations for different programs to help the communities. The company has taken initiatives in enhancing the education quality of Western Australia to make people independent to achieve their own goals. It has also contributed with $2.7 million for an establishment of Graham Farmer Foundation that is educating around 650 students every year. The company has also created a scholarship program for those students who are willing to study further in the university. Rio Tinto is a company with social responsibility that covers all information that might be needed by the stakeholders, where the managers and directives focus the mining business not only on financial goals, but also care about the communities with a standard set of values in managing the organization. The company can be described as having adopted the managerial branch of stakeholder theory, as it considers the stakeholder groups within the society and then manage as it might be the best for each one of them, all aiming to the organization's survival.
And my part is BHP Billington Limited. BHP Billington is the biggest resource company all over the world. As the CSR report of the company states, we are committed to working in ways that are true to our BHP Billington charter values of sustainability, integrity, respect, performance, simplicity, and accountability. When we do, we continue to build on our success today and for tomorrow. And study of CSR report of BHP Billington, a conclusion can be drawn that BHP Billington is actually carrying managerial perspective of the stakeholder theories. And substantial evidence can be proved that this point of view. Firstly, series of programs are carried by BHP Billington to benefit the environment and the biodiversity. By doing this activity, BHP Billington is doing their own good. by offering the social a better company image. Secondly, BH Billington is carrying revenue transparency principles, which means BHP Billington is willing to working with integrity and anti-coercion compliance with local governments. By fight against the coercion, BHP is creating a better environment for their own business and their shareholders. Thirdly, direct donation to the society is also an important way for BH Billington to carry his CSR. Just in 2015, $25,000 was donated to the construction of a new outdoor swimming facility in the town of Raymond. By doing this charity, BH Billington is giving the society a free advertisement. Finally, in the broad meaning of stakeholders, next generation can be considered as affected by the company. BHP Billington is carrying graduate programs every year. Over 400 graduates are offered working opportunity. By adopting these policies, BH Billington is store talents for their future developments. In other words, BHP Billington is raising the most suitable stakeholder for the companies itself in the future.
Considering Woolworths Limited Company, a most probable tool that could further enhance the understanding of the main issues of the stakeholder theory is to suffice information by looking at Woolworths Corporate Responsibility Report of 2014. The report actually consists of its social and environmental performance, which is increasingly being regarded as a key of stakeholder engagement, as well as the most accepted formal way of communicating sustainability and non-financial information to stakeholders and shareholders. Woolworths Holdings Limited also identified the key stakeholders, which are the customers, employees, shareholders, suppliers, franchisees, government, organized business, unions, medias, NGOs, and community interest groups. In addition, they have also identified their top shareholders on their annual report of 2014. Having this information creates an open and transparent manner and would make it easier for stakeholders to potentially make an impact or an interest to the organization. Woolworths Limited also discloses the integration of their engagement programs. Based on their CSR report, different programs have been conducted, policies implemented, partnerships with professionals towards retail and healthy food choices. All the information is assessed to the level in which stakeholder dialogue is integrated into an organization as part of the official program. From all the mentioned facts clearly, this states that Woolworths Limited follows a managerial approach of the stakeholder theory. From a study based on our report that focused on managerial approach, they have concluded that organizations' sustainability must be strengthened by creating mutual interest and empowering stakeholders to act as intermediaries for nature and for sustainable development. Woolworths has also adopted a sustainable strategy providing direction and focus of the practices, policies, and investment, which is also known as the Woolworths Limited Sustainability Strategy of 2007 to 2015. In conclusion, the 4 companies were evaluated and backed up with sufficient evidence that indeed it follows a managerial approach of the stakeholder theory, and that they incorporated different stakeholder engagement programs to fully understand the focus and the direction of the organization. That is all, and thank you.